Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shamak. I want to first start out by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh by Hashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, who teach and rule well and oversee this tabernacle of David. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect that's giving diligence to make their carnal election sure across the four corners of the earth. Shalom to the angels of witness in this day, and shalom to the few sincere Akwafim that subject to the truth in all sincerity. All right. And I just want to go into a little history of the Zealots, okay? This is a time of really through the time period 70 AD. And we know with all Israelites, man, 70 AD is a significant time, okay? Because that's the time of Roman persecution, okay? That's when everything starts. Really, that's when the curses start kicking our ass, basically, going into 70 AD. All right. So, and before I do that, let me read Salaki. Let me read the let me read a page from Babylon to Timbuktu. All right. This is for a little backdrop. Okay, this is page 40 in Babylon to Timbuktu. Which is really a beginner book for Israelite. It was one of the first books I bought when I found out I was an Israelite. All right. This is It's by Rudolph R. Windsor. Okay, very historical book. You take out the meat and spit out the bones. Everything's not on point. Okay, but this is page 40. All right, now I start with where I got the little marks with a paragraph. Okay, it says this time of 70 AD. All right, it says thousands of Jews migrated to Egypt and Arabia when the Roman general Titus destroyed the city of Jerusalem. 70 AD when the Jews revolted. AD 130, Emperor Hadrian dispatched General Julius Severus to Palestine to suppress the revolt. The persecution and restrictions imposed on the Jews were so great that a large number of the Jews fled into Arabia. The tradition of the colored Yemenite Jews of Arabia relates that the first Jews came to Arabia with the prophet Jeremiah just before Nebuchadnezzar destroyed the first temple. Okay, just to get a quick backdrop, man, Jews, it was a revolt and it was Jews fleeing, okay, under this Roman persecution, and this is in the scriptures. And when we go into the history, this further confirms and proves that the Bible is true. This is a true book. When you bring out the records, when you bring out the history, that's why you go in it. At the end of the day, what does it do? It boosts your faith, okay. All right, that's what's important. It boosts your faith, man. It confirms and validates the truth. All right, but you got to dig for it. It's just not going to come to you. Sometimes it may come to you, which is even more spiritual. But sometimes you got to dig for it and search for it, All right. But this is, but they don't get the Zealots confused, because the Zealots were still zealous. Okay, they still was zealous Israelites. Okay. And let me get that Roman persecution in the scriptures first. Let me get that first. Now I'll read this first, okay? But it's still zealous Israelites, but it's a wise way to be zealous in this thing. It's a carnal way to be zealous in this thing, okay? And I start off by saying that what's a carnal? You could tell carnal Israelites today, and the Zealots are carnal. I'm about to go into it with the history. Okay, the Zealots are carnal, man, and you can tell by a carnal Israelite with the glorious garments, the 7 foot long fringes, okay, the warrior like garments, wearing all black, one a mic in their hand, speaking loud, speaking down the whole corner, that's carnal, man. It's for attention, okay. These acts for attention, stopping everybody, provoking Satan. You provoking the so-called white man. You provoking the police, okay. You provoking, you don't have to cause your own suffering, man. Okay? And the Zealots really cause their own suffering, man, because the scriptures, and I get out of the scriptures, man. All right? But you don't want to cause your own suffering. And you can tell by the carnal Israelites, man. Okay? They teach in places where they want to be seen by a lot of people. Okay? These you can just tell, man. All right? You can just tell carnal. All right? But this is it's from Wikipedia. Okay? And it says the Zealots were a political movement in 1st century Second Temple Judaism. It says which sought to incite the people of Judea province to rebel against the Roman Empire. Okay, so you had the revolt. You had the Israelites that rebelled against the Romans. All right, and he says, and it continues on, and it said, and expelled it from the Holy Land by force of arms, most notably during the first Jewish-Roman War. Okay, so 66, 70 AD. Zealotry was a term used by Josephus, and that's another book I personally have to get, just to go through the historical accounts, It says for a fourth sect or fourth Jewish philosophy during this period. Okay. All right, so I go down into more history with this revolt. All right. Let me go down. It says let me keep going down. I'm sorry. Salaki. Let me see. It says Judah of Galantis is regarded as the founder of the Zealots, who are identified as the proponents of the fourth philosophy in the original source. However, no such identification is anywhere clearly made, and the question is hardly raised of the relationship between the Sakari. Another group, man. Another group today. This relates to today. These same spirits are back today. That's what I'm trying to point out. Okay? It says Josephus himself is in his general survey of the various groups of the freedom fighters. All right, these some freedom fighters, man. Okay? All right. And it says Simon the Zealot was listed among the apostles selected by Yahushua. Okay. See, it says Simon the Zealot, but what does it say in the scriptures? I had this question asked one, I want to say last week last week about Simon the Canaanite. That's really Simon the Zealot. Okay, Wikipedia's on point with that, man. I get that first, then I go to this is in Matthew. Salaki. Let me go to the blue letter. All right, this is Matthew chapter 10, verse 4. Okay, you see how it says Simon the Canaanite. Okay, so you go to say Simon the Canaanite. All right, you go to the Greek. It says, I'll let the word play in the Greek. Real quick, we can get to etymology of zealot, man. All right, so you don't necessarily want to be a zealot in this thing of ours, bro. It said because it's a very militant. We already, they already try to give us that label as being militant. It's a zealot from term from the early 14th century. All right, it says a member of a militant first century Jewish sect which fiercely resisted the Romans in Palestine. Okay? Say they resisted the Romans, Okay, it says from the late Latin, zealotes, from the Greek, zealotes. It says one who is a zealous follower. To be zealous, zeal. Okay, so you want to have the zeal, but it's a wise way to have, it's a way to have the zeal with wisdom and to not have wisdom. Okay? You can tell by the groups today. Who's moving with bringing guns to camp is not moving with wisdom. That's carnal Israelite, and that's showing you have faith in your sword over Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, that's definitely what that's showing. All right, and I just want to I'm gonna hit the point, in Deuteronomy. Okay, first in chapter 28. Okay, which is a heavy chapter, as we all know. It's Israelites, man. Okay, it's Hebrew Israelites. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, referring to 70 AD, okay, which the Zealots were heavily involved with. All right, this is, I'll highlight 4 of these verses, really. All right, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49. It says, Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as an eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fair countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. That Roman persecution was coming in. They weren't sparing nobody. Why you think these zealots resisted? You know, it was so bad. You know, just like Jacob's trouble coming up. It's so bad that they had to flee. Okay, and we're gonna get the precept in Luke that it just goes into that. It goes into that account. All right, they had to flee, man. He told them to flee to the mountains. Okay, Egypt, man. All right, it says verse 51. It says, and he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee neither either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates. They say that Roman persecution that besieged, man. It says until that high and fenced walls come down, wherein thou trustedest throughout all thy land, and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates throughout all the land which Yahweh Shema Shai have given thee. Okay? And you go through that eagle, he said, when that eagle flieth, whose tongue you not understand, all right? You go into that Roman persecution. It's like the Roman persecution, you look at a symbol, you go to the images, man, the eagle pops up. Okay? The eagle pops up, man. This Bible is true, man. Okay? This Bible is facts. As we like to say, it's facts. It is. Simple as that. Okay? And I continue with verse 53. Because with this persecution, and same with Esau's so-called white man persecution is coming today, it's going to be a famine. Okay? It's going to be mass destruction, just like 70 AD was, when the curses started off, man. All right? It's a significant time in history. Okay? Every Israelite understands understands the aspect of 70 AD. You say the year 70 AD to Israelite, or 66, 68 AD to Israelite, think about a Roman persecution, the Roman Empire, That's what they're gonna say. All right. This is verse 53. It says, thou shalt eat the fruit of thy own body, the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters, which Yahweh Shema Shai have given thee, in the siege, in the straitness, wherewith thy enemy shall distress thee. Okay, we gonna be. Hey, you see, back in history, the same is going to happen. It's nothing new under the sun. It says the flesh of thy sons and of thy daughters. You're gonna be eating your flesh and son, your daughters and your sons, man. Okay, your damn babies. That's gonna be what's going on. Even if you don't want to. All right, and I get it in Luke, the precept in Luke. Okay. This is Luke chapter 21. Let me get it. Luke. Hold on. All right. Luke chapter 21, verse 20. Okay, this is the time of the zealots, man. They had the zeal, but they didn't move with wisdom, man. Yahweh Shai, told to flee to the mountains, man. Okay, but the zealots, they want to have trust in their sword instead of Yahweh Shai. That's the same as going to happen with these carnal Israelites today. You so damn carnal, man, and the spiritual man can see it. You gotta pray for that discernment. Bringing guns to camp, having the glorious garments, cussing folks out all the time. You move with some wisdom. We gotta move in wisdom in this time. More and more wisdom. You want to grow in the wisdom. Growing in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 20. All right. This time of 70 AD. It says, and when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh, is near. Okay, that Roman persecution. All right. It says, hold on. Did I get the etymology of zealot? Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? Yeah, I guess Roman. Yep, I did. I was checking if it was more on that. All right. But I continue to go. This is verse 21. It says, this is Yahweh Shai speak. You see it's in the red. All right. It says, then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter therein. Okay, so he told them to flee, but the zealots, what did the zealots do? They want to fight. They want to fight. And the scripture's going to tell you what happened to them. All right. It says, verse 22, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. Verse 23, but woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, for there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people. You gonna know when your kid dies, man, your family members die in this time. It's gonna be a sight to see. It's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hard to go through. It's gonna be hard to go through. And then you better hope and pray that you're not one of those people that's gonna die. That you can escape death. Verse 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. See, we led away captives into all nations, the heathen, man. And say we fell by the edge of the sword. Those zealots fell by the sword, bro, because they didn't trust in Yahweh Shema Shah. They trust in their damn sword, man. They going off the flesh and not off the spirit. That's why they was zealous, but not with wisdom. You want to move with wisdom, man. Okay, let this be a learning lesson, because these things were written for our learning. Romans 15:4. All right, you want to bring out this account just to make you realize that you got to be more spiritual. All right, and it's verse 24. It says, and shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Okay. All right. So, hey, man, this is it. Okay. That's it right there. Okay, let me go. You see, it was in Jerusalem, captive into all nations, that Roman persecution. All right, hold on. Let me go back to because I know there's more meat on this after Simon the Zealot. Okay. Okay, let's go into it. I'll read more into it. It says the zealots had the leading role. They had the zeal, okay, but they didn't have that wisdom. It says the leading role in the first Jewish-Roman war. That's why it's significant part of our history, man. 70 AD. It says the zealots objected to the Roman rule and violently sought to eradicate it by generally targeting Romans and Greeks. Another group likely related were the Sicarii. The carnal group. Look at the acts of Sicarii today, man. And I didn't want to really say no names truly, but look at they're teaching. They're lined up probably 100 deep, 80, 90 deep outside the strip club Magic City in Atlanta, Georgia. Like, come on, man. That's carnal. Those spirits out there are not meet for repentance, man. That was for attention. And that's a red flag. Bringing a gun to camp, red flag. Trying to have the best and glorious garments, lineups, that's a red flag, man. You know what I'm saying? Loudest speaks, not moving with wisdom, provoking Satan. That you end up getting locked up. You caused your own suffering. That's your fault, man. You didn't move with no wisdom. You was moving like a zealot. Simon the Zealot, but they said Simon Zealot to distinct from Simon Peter. Okay, that's why it goes into that. All right, it says, I continue. It says at Sicarii. Let me see if it's more on that. Okay, I click on it got its own section. Let's click on Sicarii. All right, it says one particular extreme group, perhaps a subgroup of the Zealots, was known in Latin as Sicarii, meaning violent men or dagger men. See, man, that name is not even a name you would want to describe yourself as a zealot. No, man, forget that. You still want to have the zeal, but you want to move with wisdom. Sicarii, that name, you don't even want to have that name, man. It says dagger men, because of their policy of killing Jews opposed to their call for war against Rome. See, the Israelites moved, and that's another thing when you carnal Israelites, man. You're going to be trying to sell the true spiritual Israelites out, man. Okay? But through the power of Yahweh Shema Shah, man, it can't happen. All right? Because this act, the Jews, they was mad because the Jews that were moving with wisdom, followed the orders of Yahweh Shah. Truly. Truly, man. He got the hell on. All right? Got the hell on, but they want to be mad because they don't want to fight against the Roman Empire. They don't want to fight against the Romans. It wasn't wise, man. You want to move with wisdom, all right? All right, so the Zealots were Sakari, all right? You don't even want that name, dog. But yeah, that basically goes into it. That goes into it right there, you know. I'm just trying to see if there's any more on that. Okay, but these are some carnal Israelites basically is going. That's what I'm going into, you know, some carnal Israelites, man. All right, as we brought up, all right, through this time of 70 AD, you know, and this history validates the scripture. Cause where you think where Wikipedia get this from, man? The accounts and history of the biblical scriptures, man. All right, this Bible is facts. It's true, okay. But you gotta pray and hope that Yahweh Shemini Shah opens up your mind to it. That's why it's so beautiful for us to bring these accounts out and this history out. All right, and I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything or whatnot, any scriptures. But yeah, this is the rebellion against the Zealot rebellion against the Roman Empire. Also, you say the violent men rebellion, the Sakari rebellion. You know. All right. Salaki, let me see. Yeah, I think that was it. Look, it says Alazar. Man. You know, that's if y'all can receive it though, you know, if you can receive it. All right. Yeah, these are extremists. It says, look at the synonym. It says fanatic, enthusiastic, extremist, radical, you know, militant. You know, and in some groups, some congregations, they are militant as hell, man. Carnal, you get in the discourse, Israelite to Israelite discourse with them, they might try to fight you. That's how zealous they are, you know. They carnally zealous, man. Be spiritual. You must be spiritual, man. Okay, that's all I was touching on with that. All right. Yeah, I think that'll cover it, man. Okay, but I hope this video was edifying, you know, and and it encouraged you and exhorted you to be, more spiritual. Check for more signs and evaluate yourself even more, in this year Charagma, after coming up on Jacob's trouble with martial law, the time of temptation and tribulation. All right, things about to get serious. You don't want to move in that spirit of a zealot. Okay, just to go back to that, just to reflect on that the with the congregation that brought had a sword and gun or whatnot, they brought the guns to camp. That shows you, and you can't even fake. Like you can't even. That's why we say this all the time with the brothers. You can't even fake being spiritual, because what happened? You brought up a gun against a one body sodomite, man. What you gonna do when the so-called white man truly come down for real? You gonna really try to have faith in them guns, man. And you can't fake being spiritual, man. You can't. That's why you want to prepare now. Prepare your mind now, because this thing is serious, man. It really is serious. You could tell. You could tell, man. You could see it. All right. The spiritual man has that discernment. All right. Okay, but I think that was all that I had to bring out with the historical accounts, with the precepts that linked it up, that backed this history account up, man. Because this Bible is facts. It's true, All right. So I ended off by giving all the glory and infinite praises unto, and all the worship unto for Sakari, that claims we don't have to worship Yahweh, that we don't have to worship Yahweh Shai, but Yahweh only. That's foolish, man. I had to hit on that, for that extremist and militant carnal group, and this carnal Israelites out there, bro. And you get rebukes all the time, okay? Cause you gonna rebuke your brother if you truly love this truth, man. If you truly love this gospel, you're gonna truly defend this gospel. That's being zealous. That's being zealous, man. All right. But yeah, all the glory and infinite praise unto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostle, elders of great millstone, teacher who will now see his tabernacle of David. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect that's giving diligence to make their election sure across the four corners of earth. All right. Shalom. Keep the faith. Mawaf Babal, destruction of Babylon, man. All right. Shalom.